Hello and welcome to the Scatterable channel, and today I'm going to bring you guys my Black Friday deals video for 2020 as well as a Black Friday build guide for you guys who I guess wanted to make an exclusive Black Friday deals only PC build that takes advantage of some of the best deals mostly found on Amazon. Now before I get started, I want to mention that everything I'll be mentioning throughout this video will be linked in the description below, and even if you aren't interested in getting anything, at least clicking one of those affiliate links will give a little kickback to the channel if you do decide to get anything unrelated to this video, so that'd be much appreciated. That being said, one of the goals of this video wasn't just to throw in the most expensive, most discounted parts. I also wanted to include some stuff that's a little bit more affordable, because I understand a lot of you who are watching this video already have full-blown gaming PCs, but you may be missing a few things here and there, like some nice RGB fans or a nice VESA mount for your monitor. I have some of those included in this video that are fairly discounted, that aren't too expensive, so I think there's a deal for everything in this video. But before I get into this video, I want to give a thank you to our sponsor, Skillshare. Skillshare is an online learning community with lots and lots of interesting classes for any niche you're interested in. I know you guys already know a lot already about PC building and gaming, but say you just want to learn the basics of Adobe Premiere through an ad-free site. In that case, Skillshare can deliver the goods through Daniel Scott's Adobe Premiere Pro training course with a quick 3 to 12 minute clip per topic. I know you guys are at home a lot more often and you're bored, so why not learn more about something that you're actually interested in? Anyways, the first 1,000 of you to click the link at the top of the description will get a free trial to Skillshare Premium. So first, I'm going to start off with individual hardware and peripherals that are for a good price in case you already have a decked out gaming PC or a decked out PC gaming setup and you just want to add a few more little things here and there that won't cost you that much more. So first, I'm going to start off with this Antec 120mm case fan pack, which is a 3-pack, which you can get for 20 bucks. And these connect over a 4-pin RGB adapter. This looks swell. I got no complaints with it. I believe I used actually my own Antec RGB fans in a previous $300 gaming PC build guide, and I like those. So I think this would be great. It can just go into any current existing PC as long as you have a 12-volt RGB connector. And with these 3 RGB fans, I believe you get like a 3-to-1 RGB connector adapter, so that way you don't have 3 12-volt RGB strips. You can just have one for all 3 fans. So for 20 bucks, that's the best deal I've found so far, but if you want something from a bigger name brand, there are these cooler Master SickleFlow 120 version 2 ARGB fans, which I used in my $600 gaming PC build guide. These are at their cheapest right now for 41 bucks. Pretty much the same as the Antec ones, but these connect over a 5-volt ARGB connector. Now speaking of like a little accessory to your PC gaming setup that won't cost a whole lot, here I have an EVGA monitor mount, which is a single VESA arm for like your monitor that is $22, but you can actually apply a coupon and get an extra discount. Now the one that I recommended in my, I believe, $750 gaming setup was $26, so this is about $6 cheaper. And this is a really efficient way that's cheap to allow you to have like a height adjustable monitor if your monitor can't already do that, and it makes your setup look a lot cleaner. So I'm definitely going to include this because it's only 20 bucks and it's a really easy way to make your PC gaming setup look so much more simple and I guess aesthetic. But now going into some more expensive stuff, because I know some of you guys watching this video are probably aiming for a monitor upgrade. That one should certainly go to this Samsung 32-inch G5 Oddessy gaming monitor. 1440p, 144 Hz, 1 milliseconds response time, FreeSync, 32 inches. That's bigger than most 27-inch monitors that I've used in the past for my gaming setups. That's definitely as big as you'd want to go, and it's $290. And it's a Samsung panel. I got no complaints. That's all I'm going to say. It's a really awesome deal. You can find these sort of specs again for like 350 bucks, like its original price listing, but I believe this is the cheapest this monitor has gone. So if you want that 1440p, 144 Hz monitor you've been eyeing at for the longest time, I think this is it. Now, if you have a stock cooler and you want to upgrade to a custom CPU cooler, finally, the Corsair A500, which was announced at CES earlier this year, which did retail for 100 bucks, is now $65, which is really good. So this is a quite excellent CPU cooler now for an even better price. There were some things to it that didn't make it like any better than those high-end Noctua coolers or high-end Phanteks coolers, but this for $65 I think is the best air cooler in its price range with that discount. It's also chunky, beefy, and yeah, there's no RGB, but for those of you who like the look of this CPU cooler, I think you're not really gonna have any complaints. It's kind of meant to be a little bit more sublime and not so just vibrant. But now going to peripherals, and this is what I'm really excited to show you guys. The Fnatic React, a headset I have recommended over and over, is $53. This usually retails for $75 or $80 on Amazon, and it's $53. The only thing bad about this headset is that it's not wireless. That is the only downside. The sound is excellent. The microphone is super underrated. The comfort is there. The looks are there. The durability and build quality is there. It's just not wireless. So if that's a deal breaker for you, then that's fine. But this right here for $53 is the best wired gaming headset for $50 right now. But now to talk more about gaming peripherals, Razer is coming out strong with some of their gaming mice. So this is the Viper Mini, which has been acclaimed to be a really awesome gaming mouse for those with medium to small size hands, like if you're using a G305 from Logitech, and it's $30. You really don't need to spend any more than this unless you have a bigger hand or you just want a super lightweight mouse, even though the Viper Mini is already fairly lightweight. For $30, wired, and being actually a good Razer peripheral, I can't recommend it further. Even though I've never actually used this mouse, I've seen many YouTubers and tech reviewers praise this mouse for its price, and it's $30. So I can't complain. If you want a really good competitive gaming mouse that's inexpensive, that's better than those cheap no-name brand Amazon mice that look way too over the top, this is it. But what if you wanted something wireless? And again, Razer is coming to the rescue. We have here the Basilisk X Hyperspeed wireless mouse. Now, I'd say on an ergonomic and design level, it's not as good as the Viper mouse, but this is a little bit bigger. It is wireless, and I think actually its connectivity wireless-wise is actually not too bad for its price, which I mean, when it comes to Razer peripherals, you gotta be a little bit skeptical, but these I think are their better deals. So if you wanted a wireless gaming mouse for a cheap price that'll still deliver, this would be it. And I think the only downside possibly is that there's no wired option for the mouse if you wanted to plug it in. But I mean, this is coming from somebody who's used a Logitech G305 for over a year with a lithium ion battery, and I have not had to have the mouse die on me in the middle of a gaming session. So I think it'll be fine. Okay, now we are to my Black Friday build guide, which can cost anywhere from $600 to $1,000 depending on how you want to spec it out. But regardless of whatever configuration you want to go with, it's going to be better than any gaming PC build I've produced from $600 to $1,000 so far this year. That being said though, if you were expecting to use a Ryzen or RTX graphics card, for all of you who said, wait till Black Friday, you're going to be a little bit hard pressed to find out that a lot of those deals for those Ryzen and RTX cards you wanted are not going to happen because the stock on Amazon is really terrible at the moment. So if you wanted to build a Ryzen or NVIDIA RTX PC, you should have done that a month ago. So to start things off, we're actually going with an i5-10400F. Now, this isn't exactly for a deal at the moment, but the reason why I'm including it in this is because on Amazon, on the actual listing, it looks like it's out of stock. There's no price next to the actual chip. But if you go here to new and used, and you see how many chips are available, $172, $173, $174, it's a little bit cheaper than the 10400 non-F version. But it's just a little bit cheaper, same performance, and if you wanted to for sure snag a 6-core, 12-threaded i5 processor on the new 10th gen socket, I would look at this. It's a way better deal than the Ryzen 3600, since that right now goes for $100, no, not $100, $270? Yeah, come on, this is way better for the price. Come on, guys. So that's the processor we're going with, but the motherboard we're gonna pair it up with is this Gigabyte B460M DS3H AC Micro ATX motherboard. Now this is on discount for 80 bucks, and the reason why I chose this one is that it's inexpensive, can support the i5, and it comes with built-in Wi-Fi. As you can see, there's those little two antenna thingies right there where you plug in an antenna. So all of that for 80 bucks, good deal. Now I just want to state the rating doesn't look good, but if you look, we have a console gamer here who disconnected the power supply cable while the PC was on, and it supposedly bricked the motherboard. You don't review a product when you intentionally break something and give it a 1 star. For the RAM though, I'm going with what's here on my table, which is a Team Group T-Force Delta, or not Delta, just T-Force RGB memory clocked at 3200 megahertz. Yes, it's gonna run at 2066 megahertz on the motherboard we chose, but it doesn't affect compatibility, but it is $65 and it is RGB. So that's why we're going with it. Oh, actually, yeah, there's also this non-RGB kit from AData, which actually is in an upcoming PC build guide that I'm using. That's 3200 megahertz as well, but it's 50 bucks. So not that bad as well. Now for graphics cards, like I said, you aren't gonna find any good discounts on NVIDIA or RTX cards because I don't know. However, my boys over at Zotac are coming in clutch for those of you looking for an affordable graphics card. Right now it says notify me, but these were available earlier today. They've been available on and off, but you can get a refurbished GTX 1070 for 175 bucks or a refurbished 960 for 56 bucks. So really good prices if you want to make a mid-range 1080p gaming PC, that is available. But if you want something that's actually in stock, here you can get an Asus TUF Gaming RX 5700 XT for $420 shipped. So that's a good price. It's a triple fan card like this one. The 5700 XT at this point is probably the most underrated 1440p gaming graphics card out there since it's one of the only ones you can actually get. It's not like an RTX 3000 series card. So that's why I'm going with it. And then for our storage, we're going with a 1TB 860 EVO SSD from Samsung. 100 bucks, 1TB, you get a Samsung microcontroller, which in itself is worth the price alone. I myself am coming from a Samsung 960 Pro M.2 SSD that I had for 4 years. The speeds honestly did not slow down on me ever since I first got that SSD. So I can attest to how good Samsung SSDs are when it comes to their microcontroller lifespan. And yeah, this is the best price for this SSD that I've seen so far, and it hands down is better than like a Crucial MX500, Team Group, whatever. Definitely better than a Kingston A400 because this one actually has DRAM, so we're gonna use this. Then for our power supply, I have two options here, a more expensive premium and a less expensive, more basic power supply. So for the more premium option, here I have an EVGA Supernova 650 80 plus gold power supply, modular, 10-year warranty, 100 bucks, no complaints there. But if you want something cheaper, Gigabyte is offering the same wattage, so 650 watts, but in an 80 plus bronze package that's not modular, but it's 55 bucks. And this is definitely way better than like a Thermaltake Smart 650 watt, those 80 plus watt power supplies that are trash. This is way better than them for the same price. So I would look into this. And there's even a 450 watt version that is 40 bucks. So if you wanted to make a super budget PC, I think that 450 watt power supply could be the good trick for that. And then we're gonna finish everything, which it doesn't show as a discount on Amazon, but it's at its lowest price because this case was 100 bucks. We're using the Dark Flash V22. So this is like an inverted motherboard tray PC case thingy-majig. And so the actual IO is here at the top. So the cables are gonna come out the top and come out the back here. And it's inverted, but this is $60 in black and $65 in white. Now, yes, it doesn't come with any fans, but as you saw earlier in the video, you can get a 3-pack of RGB fans for 20 bucks if you wanted. But this is a fairly neat case. I wouldn't, if you want something different than a traditional tower, definitely consider this for the price. But my only real complaint with it is that there's no like power supply chamber to like hide all the cables, because all the cables will be exposed. So even with a modular power supply, cables can be kind of all over the place, which is the only real downside to this case. but it definitely looks unique. It's different layout. It's 60 bucks, something new. The only real discount that I found so far for PC cases, and again, $40 off MSRP, which this should be 100, but on Amazon it's 60 bucks. So that right there is my Black Friday build guide, as well as my other PC peripheral deals. If you wanted a Cyber Monday version of this video for like 2 days after, I guess, this video comes out, let me know. I could do it because these are all right. This was fairly quick to set up. And again, if you guys want the best deals, I'll be looking out for them because I myself am looking out for some of my own deals as well. So just let me know. Anyways, I want to thank you guys for watching till the very end. It does help out the view retention statistics of this video, which betters it in the algorithm. So thank you for watching till the end. And with all that said, this is the Scatterworld channel signing out.